Hello guys, so in this video we're gonna look how to take single line input in Java. So this is not the main question. I mean, you're never gonna encounter any question like that just says you to take a single line input. Basically you will be given a bigger problem like finding the largest sum contiguous subarray, or like finding the largest prime number in an array, but it will be mentioned that you have to take a single line input as it is shown here in this example question. See, basically when you take input, normally you like you're taking an array input, and then you are entering the first input, then you press enter, then again second input, then again enter, like this. But here you have to take all those input in a single line, like 11, then space 22, then space 33, like this. So you will encounter these kind of things like taking single input in some questions of code chef, hacker rank, in all those places. So let's see how to do it. So first of all, we're gonna import a package that is java.io to take input. Then we'll write buffer reader to take input streams. Okay, now so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this input as mentioned here, and this 11, 22, 33 as a string. So we'll take this input as a string s equals br dot read line. Oh, it's given an error. Oh, we have to handle the exception here. Throws IO exception. Now this is fine. We have taken care of that exception. Now let's see our second step. In the first step, we have taken a string input. In a second step, we are gonna split this string input on the basis of spaces, like the space between 11 and 22, and space between 22 and 33, and store them in a string array. So let's see. Let's split it on the basis of spaces, and so we are splitting our input string and storing it in a string array. In a given question, uh, this example question here, it is mentioned that we have to take this input in a single line and then perform some task. So here it's basically we are adding 10 to our input, like 11 plus 10, 21, 22 plus 10, 32. So for that we need to convert the string inputs into integer. So let's see how to do that. For that we'll make an integer array. C dot length. Let me first write and then I'll explain you. I less than a dot length. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna iterate this character array and store all those and convert all its input from string to integer and store it in this string in this integer array, that is a. So here a of I equals to integer dot parse empty, and here we're gonna convert. So it's basically done. In our integer array a, we have all our inputs. So the next step is we're gonna increment all those numbers by 10. So here a of I equals to a of I plus 10. So and the main part is done till here itself. Now the operation we need to perform is adding 10 to all those inputs is done here, and let's display the results here itself. System dot out dot print and a of I. Give a little space. So let's run this and check whether it's working fine or not. Okay, so first we need to take our input. So we'll copy this right over here and let's see. So we are getting our desired output. So here's how it is basically done. We can reduce our code. Let's remove all this. We'll perform the task here itself. No need for this extra loop. Here we will convert the character into the string into an integer, and here we'll add 10 here itself, and then we'll display the result. No need to write such a long code for that small task. Oh shit, sorry. Control C. Okay. So it's all done. So let me conclude. First, we have taken the input in the form of a string. Then we have stored all separated it on the basis of spaces and stored it in a string array. And after that, we have converted the elements of the string array into an integer and stored it into an integer array and performed our required task. So that's all.